Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You know the only difference between you and the people I met?
I'm on the outside?
No,
I'm not
you're
really.
the one with the key. My brother worked at a place too.
Uh-huh.
That was
Like,
like at a mental institution,
uh-huh.
and he told me that one day. He goes, you know, the only difference between me and these people is that I have the key.
I like
It's
that.
true.
That's very clever. I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
He worked as what do they call it, a patient tech or
Yeah, yeah. Rehab
something.
tech or something,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He only did that for I don't know, maybe a year or two. But yeah, it was a lot of
It was
fun.
always exciting. You never knew what the day
I
would
bet,
bring, you
yeah.
know?
Mhm.
So,
Did you get one of those coasters?
so Debbie's still working?
Yeah, she works at Barnes Hospital.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
Which one?
I think it's Barnes on up of Grabois, Highway 30.
One of
Yeah.
those?
Yeah,
No, I never
can't
heard of
believe I
it.
remember that, but I think
Barnes,
that's the one.
Barnes
She,
is
I
a
know
great
she used to
hospital.
work there at Barnes.
Great hospital.
It is a great hospital, but she's the head nurse there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she enjoys it. You know,
Did you eat your wine?
I drank my wine. I'm good.
More?
No, sir, I'm fine. Thank
You
you
have
very
to
much.
drive, dear. You don't
I do
have
have to drive. Yes,
Yeah, normally he would
Pat
have
was
have one.
have one.
was vice president of nursing at NYU.
Is that right?
She was the big honcho.
Yeah.
Mm.
Rose nursed for
About 7 years
about
after.
7 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Got her degree or her nursing license. Was that what you would call
I was a licensed practical nurse.
at age 55?
Yeah, she told me that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, University in Kentucky had a program. And I could have gone on for another 2 years
Right.
and gotten mine. But like I said, that's too doggone old. I wanted to work a little bit before I had to retire.
Right.
But I did what I, set out.
That's a rough position though, especially what you did. What you did.
Actually, it was a wonderful job.
Was it really?
I never had any trouble getting up in the morning.
Really? So you enjoyed the hecticness of it, and you were ahead of all the employees, right? Making sure.
In nursing.
Yeah, nursing. Yeah.
She's a maid older, so you know
1,500.
she was able to boss people around, no problem at all. She does a great job of that.
So you enjoyed your job. That's cool.
I did.
Yeah.
I was very lucky.
You retired from
It was
there?
a great place to work. And
Yeah.
yes, twice I retired from it.
So you went back? You retired once?
Well, I retired from the nursing position in '96 because of health issues.
Okay.
And that same day, the big boss came and said, we're going to be doing major construction around patients, and we need somebody that knows the hospital. And we just hired a new man for plant and the environment.
Okay.
And I'd been on the search committee for him and liked him very much. And so he said, go home tonight and think about how many hours you want to work a week and how much money you want.
Wow.
That's the kind of job that
Yeah.
you need to have. How much money do you want and how much?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah.
Well, I called the guy that we had just hired and I said, tell me how much you pay a consultant. And he said, no problem, I just hired one. So he told me and I said, fine. The next day I went to work and said, this is what I want. And
Awesome.
so, but that was a fun job too. He was a great guy to work with. Great big Norwegian who could not say shit.
It's not in their vocabulary.
No. And so he hired this consultant. That's what he hired. The consultant was the construction boss. Because he could not talk to the construction guys like you need to talk to them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you have to.
No, I know.
But the guy he hired was someone that he knew, had known for many years. And he said to me, you guys are going to knock heads, but he said, I think it'll work out. And I said, that's fine. So we're on the job. We're working in the operating rooms and the recovery room and building a new central supply.
Okay.
So we'd gone over all the drawings and set up all the barriers and, had the OR director come in and look at it to make sure we'd gotten everything.
Right.
The guys worked their first 3 days just setting up the barriers. And the first day of construction, I get a call from the OR director saying we're getting dust in the operating rooms, and so I picked up the phone and called the chief, the construction
Right.
supervisor, and said, you stop construction immediately.
Right.
And told him why. So, our building that we worked out of was across the street.
That guy has the most annoying ring.
I gotta shut this off now.
Anyway, so I'm coming out of the building across the street where I just got the phone call, and the guy who's the consultant is coming the other direction, and I said to him, I just stopped construction because we're getting dust in the operating rooms, and he said, you can't do that, and I said, well, I just did it. So he was mad, he kept going, and I kept going the other direction, and we finally, about 20 minutes later, were with the construction supervisor and the director of the operating room and my boss. And he arrives on the scene and he's all huffy and puffy, and so we looked at the drawings again and showed them where they hadn't put up the appropriate barriers, right? So I'm thinking, well, this is gonna be interesting. Jack is either gonna take this like a man, or he's gonna be pissed at me for the rest of this project, which won't be fun. So I'm in my office the next morning, and comes a knock at the door, and there's Jack outside with a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, we got along quite well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you can't have dust going in for your operations.
No, that's big lawsuits for the
Sure.
hospital.
Yeah.
Well, now, where does Debbie live? Is she still out in Chester?
No, she's in South County now.
Oh, okay.
Where my mom and dad used to live in Covington Manor off of Lindbergh, right by Melville High
You
School.
know all these people?
Oh, I only know Carol and Alan, and I've talked to your sister
Right.
and your niece and Sean and
Right.
yeah, so I've talked to them all on the phone. So no, I haven't
And you
met
said
them
she's
all.
separated.
They're still married, but they're separated. Yeah. Yeah. So.
They were married a long time.
They were,
Married,
you know, and they still love each other
1975.
tremendously. You just went their separate ways, you know. Don't know why or what. I love them both very dearly.
They were both very young when they got married.
Yeah, they were, you
A
know.
lot of times people
And got kids right away, you know, so that's can play, you know, a thing on it. But I just talked to.
We did, and it just happened to work out.
Sometimes it does.